Thanks for watching. I'm Margot Kinberg, and this is In the Spotlight, a closer look at a crime novel. Novels written by professionals in a particular field can give readers a very deep insight into that field and a perspective on what it's like to work within that field. Let's take a look at a novel like that today and turn the spotlight on Tamron Hall's As the Wicked Watch. Jordan Manning is a successful television reporter for Chicago's Channel 8 News. One of the stories she's been covering is the disappearance of 15-year-old Macy James. The police theory is that Macy's a runaway and there's not much they can do. But Macy's mother, Pamela, is convinced that Macy would not have run away. And she's doing everything she can to keep her daughter's story in the news and make sure the police are still working on the case. In the process, she and Jordan have met a few times as Jordan has done pieces on the case. One day, human remains are found on a near abandoned playground, and it doesn't take long for them to be identified as Macy's. This presents a whole new angle on the story for Jordan and spurs her to want to find out who the killer is. Part of it is empathy for Pamela and sorrow at the loss of a teenage girl. Part of it is that it is a potentially major story that would solidify Jordan's career. Jordan talks to people who knew Macy and slowly builds a picture of the girl. She was bright, had friends, did well in school, and didn't have a dysfunctional relationship with her mother. So why would anyone want to kill her? As Jordan digs deeper, she finds that there were things about Macy that her mother didn't know. And there are secrets that people have been keeping that could have helped Macy if they'd been shared. As Jordan gets more and more involved in this story, she's under pressure from the police, whose conclusions she's questioning, and her colleagues at the station, who are concerned for her. That's not to mention witnesses who do not want to talk to her, and a killer who does not want the truth to come out. Like her creator, Jordan is a telejournalist, so readers go behind the scenes of news gathering. And that's one important element in this story. Let's look at some of the other elements. Jordan relies heavily on her sources and on the networks of relationships she's developed with the police, with photographers, with experts, and with others who inform her stories. So we also see some of the pressure she faces to get the story right, to get it fast, and make sure she gets it first. There's also newsroom politics that play a role in the story. The mystery itself, what happened to Macy James, is very sad, and I can say without spoiling the story that part of the reason it's so sad is that there are people who knew things about the case, but didn't say anything. Had those people spoken out, things might have been quite different. Jordan is black, and so was the victim, and that plays its role in the story too. Was Macy's case allowed to go on the back burner because of her race? Is Jordan especially interested in the case because of hers? There isn't blatant racism, name-calling, police brutality, that sort of thing. But there is the important question of the role race plays in which stories get covered and get police priority and which ones don't. The story is told from Jordan's perspective, first person, mostly past tense. So we learn things as she does. She is skilled, driven, but she is a caring reporter. She's not perfect, though. She can be rash, and she takes real risks and faces the consequences of it. She doesn't always think before she speaks either, and that has cost her personally. But she gets the story, and she does her job very well. While The Wicked Watch is the troubling story of a teenager's murder and how the news of it is gathered and reported, it features a community that's devastated by the death, a grieving family trying to find out the truth, and a reporter who's determined to help them do that. This has been In the Spotlight. I'm Margot Kinberg. Thanks for watching.